We're live. It's blurry. This is, I need IT back, obviously, because it's all going wrong. Restarting the computer. Software says it needs an update, but I can't see that. Causing a problem. Anyway, I'm going to try again. I'm going to just have a quick, obviously, because we've messed up tonight's Crash Clinic because of the internet, and it looks like I may still have a problem. So I'm hoping the sound is going to be okay. And if the sound's okay, as long as the sound's okay, then we should be all right. So if there's anybody still out there, which you're probably not, just drop me a line if you can hear me okay. Sounds better, no picture. Wow, it's all gone crazy. Let me just quickly try and change the camera. Blimey, let's go back to that and see. Is that back, Colin? I'm not sure, hopefully. But anyway, what I thought I'd do tonight is we've had some terrible technical issues, so big apologies. I've had to do a complete system restart, and hopefully we're back to normal. So what I thought I'll do is I'm going to cut this one down because obviously it's quite late. And I wanted to talk tonight a couple of things. I want to talk about the app, because the social network for independent vehicle repairers, I need you to understand what it's for. It's so we can all, fantastic guys, thanks for that. It's so we can all talk, and it's so we can all communicate. And I think it's never been more important than now to communicate because of the problems as independents we're having. So this show is great for us to come on. I think last week was fantastic. We all enjoyed that. We brought up some sensitive issues. But it's like tonight, I've asked a few people to come on. They've said they've got the face for radio, which is great. So I don't mind anybody coming on this show, but we need to keep talking. So the idea of the social independent website is so we can talk. Only repairers can join it. So you'll only be talking to repairers. And I'm going to quickly show you, because once you've joined Crash Clinic, you can then get the app, and the app is great. Of course, once you're in, you can pick up all the live videos that we've had. You can actually, this has only just come out now, you can chat. Whoops, I'll put it in here. We can chat between ourselves about sensitive issues, about anything. And then there's what we call groups, which I love. You can start your own group. You can join these groups that are already in it. Now, this is talking about labor rates, green parts discounts, everything that we are, interested in. Let's save money, credit hire, services, legals, ADAS, insurers, legal jargon, you name it. This should be the app for us guys. And then you just click a message, join up with people, like-minded people across the country where we can actually talk, which I think is going to be fantastic. So that's just come out. I'm going to find out where we can get the app. I've got it, of course, it's on test. So I don't know. I'm going to check now that it's been posted, but it's cracking. And the idea of that, guys, is that we can talk. I want to be able to, these is once you've joined Crash Clinic, people have to ask me to join. So it's obviously only going to be repairers, which I think is really key issue for us lot to be able to chat. And I think it's time we were sharing good news. Time we were telling each other about what labor rates we're getting. Is there any other successes you're having? I wanted to just touch on, of course, the doubling of excess. We've given a letter out to people and it seems to be working. I've had some great news coming back saying, yes, thanks for the letter, Daz. We've sent it off and they've dropped the excess, or they've given the customer the excess back, which is brilliant. But that's only the start of things, guys. I also think we should know between us, who are these bad insurers? Who are the insurers that are making life hard for us good independent repairers? I think the excess thing is LV, Marcus Studies, Zurich at the moment. And then we're going to find, obviously, that these people who are trying to take work out of repairers. But let's have this chat on the app. You can join in without worrying about anyone seeing anything, because it's all within the social network for independent repairers. That's what it's for, guys. So tonight, I just wanted to try and get it across. All these videos will be on there. You can go live on the videos as well. But we can talk about proper things, share great news with each other. And I think that's really, really important at the moment, guys. I do. I hope you do too. And remember that Crash Clinic, to sign up as a full access member, is only $39.99 a month. You can see I'm trying to do good for the industry. You're only paying for the website and the app and everything to be hosted. You can see that it's not a lot of money, but it's going to help me to keep this thing running, keep it up there. And I think it's really good that we can talk and only we can see what we're talking about. I can't wait to get that started. That's there. It's ready to go. So the rest is down to you. So I think it'll be the best money you've ever spent because it's going to really help us to connect behind doors, just like for like-minded people, independent repairers. Awesome. Right, that's that spiel finished, of course. So please go ahead and sign up, www.karashclinic.com. Yes, I did say that we were going to talk about the estimating system, but we'll bring that up on another time now. Because what I wanted to talk about tonight quickly, because I've left it so late, is the average repair cost. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? I'm going to give you my opinion. I think it's a bad thing, and I'm going to tell you why I think it's a bad thing. After that, if you've got any, drop me a message if you think it's a good thing and why it's a good thing. Let me know. I'm just telling you what experiences I've had. Now, I think that a job is a job. And I really think it's hard to have an average repair cost across your business because it's such an intricate sort of job to repair a car. The normal kind of average repair or average costings came in. Imagine you're sort of a shop that you buy some, you buy an item and part of that, a bag of sweets that you sell, and part of that comes in from China, part of it comes in from Spain. You would put it all together and you would work out an average cost for that item because it's pretty much a fixed cost. But you'd now want to know, okay, because we're buying it from China at so much, we're buying it from Spain at so much. What's the average cost of that item? Now, I think it's really different when you're trying to talk about an intricate repair that I class as an individual thing. And what made this for me is when I was touting for business for a big contract that we had, I found out, I was actually asked, can you, they loved the services that we were going to offer. And they said, your average repair cost needs to be 700, and I think it was £740. Now, I'm going back a few years, I don't care how far back, £740 for an average repair cost. I looked at it, I thought, wow. So I went back and I tried to look at all the ways that you can find out our average repair costs, but I think they're false anyway. So I looked at it and went, not even close. And this played on my mind because I thought there's no way on this earth. This is a massive company still out there today, one of these accident management companies, declaring to the insurers they have an average repair cost of 700 and something pounds. I knew, like you guys are probably saying to yourselves now, no way. There's no way there's an average repair cost of £750, £740. So it played on my mind and I said, look, I've got to look further into this. Luckily, I did manage to ask enough questions that it transpired that the company had lodged every single phone call that came in from the insurer as a claim. So they lodged every phone call as an accident claim, a repair. So what they did was they put a figure of £50 for every phone call that came in that was classed as a repair. Hopefully you can see where I'm going with this now. So all of a sudden that month, for instance, they would get, I don't know, 300 or 400 accident claims come in, real ones. And then in with that, there would be a couple of hundred scratched on the door, scratched on the wing, not even going to claim, just wanted you to know it had a bump. This company were lodging that down as a repair. So when you now put all these little £50 together with these massive repair costs, I understood it. So it was a complete lie, a complete farcical. But they were telling the insurer, you're getting an average repair of £750. No, they weren't. Absolute load of rubbish. Anyone can tweak and fiddle figures to do that. That's what I'm saying. And that doesn't give you a true reflection of an average repair cost. So I think it's wrong in this industry because I think, again, depending on when we were looking at if you do it yourself and you look at brands, your average repair cost across brands will change because their parts are more and they're. So I just think it's a bad thing myself. And that story sticks with me forever, that it was as easy as that for someone to try and make out that their average repair cost was only £740 because they were doing that. And that was wrong. So I just look at it and that made me then think, you know, this average repair cost thing really isn't a good thing, I don't think. But I'm open to anybody to tell me any different, of course. It's only opinions. So don't take offense by it. Colin, RBS sold a 5-year contract on accident repair centres to get the figures looking good. To enable them to sell off car insurance side, push to repair everything is not good. Not good things that makes you repair to a different standard. Colin, I couldn't agree with you more. But I've said this before, I think we're being forced. This is what I'm saying. This is why, again, if you're taking away parts, let's face it, there was a contract coming today. They asked us to do the job for £29.50 an hour. There was also a 20% bottom line rebate. We just laughed and said, thank you very much. Bye-bye. So if you take 20% off your bottom line, you're losing an absolute fortune on your parts. So what does that bring you to want to do? It says, well, in that case, I'm going to have to start repairing things. It's the only way I can make some money. Now, I don't know. You know what? I can't. There's a lot going on at the moment where people are saying it's a good thing. People are saying it's a bad thing. It's probably a good thing for repairers because we can probably make some more money out of it. I think we need to. But it's also a good thing when you can't get parts because you can, you know, repair many items, plastic welding, all these other new things. But I think, I don't know, it's a really awkward one because, again, should you, shouldn't you? Does it compromise the quality of the repair? It's saving insurers money, which I think insurers look at heavily. I saw an article today, or not an article, a post from somebody really having a complaint at insurers today because he was saying about the fact of insurers really trying to push jobs into their own repairers. And like he said, it's not hard to become an approved repairer. You've just got to agree to loads of discounts. Now, is that a good thing? So I know for a fact, I was one of the repairers that for the last 30 years said I don't want, and in fairness, in 33 years, I have never had an insurance approval. And there was a reason for that, because we do a lot of, you know, nice cars. We've got a name to keep up. And our name was, we're going to do the job properly. So I've had manufacturer approvals, but I've never had an insurance approval because for us, like Colin's just said, we want to repair cars properly. So I don't know with the repair thing. I think I've seen quite a few repairers at the moment. I know, you know what, we're going to have to get better at it because we've got to make some money. So I think insurers are really accountable personally at the moment and the way this industry is going to be going. Colin, I'm in favour of repair of replace if it's done right and right if the training, and methods are used and followed. Exactly. This is what I'm sort of saying, Colin. If there's lots of stuff out there, and this is what this show's actually about. So I know plastic welding, machines. We're just looking at new tooling and stuff at the moment ourselves. We want to see more of that, and we want to be trained for it. Maybe this show, maybe Crash Clinic, the website should have an area of training where, you know, we can show people how to do things, and these companies can come on and you know, show their own products working and show them how to use it. Could be a good idea because we need to earn more money. Ian, how we doing, buddy? Nice to see you, matey. The car should be repaired back to pre-accident condition following, yes, the vehicle manufacturer's repair methods, not on cost savings. I agree with you there, Ian. And this is what I was kind of saying is, but are we being forced into this situation by certain insurers and accident management companies? I don't know. This is where, again, we can talk here out loud. We're open on a platform. Can we get in trouble for it? I don't know. I'm past caring at my age, but the vehicle, the Crash Clinic is where we can really dig in and have a chat about this, guys. And I think we should. I am trying to push people towards it so we can talk a little bit more in depth about what we're doing. And I know a lot of people, it proved it to me when I said, come and talk about out of text. some people said I'd like to, but I don't really want to say on here. I was like, wow, okay. I don't know if you're going to upset with Outertext. I know, so is it Solera owns Outertext? And are Solera insurance owned? So is Outertext very insurance owned? Is it good? Does it give us the right times? I know when I started out in the industry, I was always looking for, when I was estimating, I was always looking for opinion times, because it was opinion times that made your estimate good. I'm being told from a lot of people that they don't think the times of Outertext are very good, and they think a lot of people are relying on Zone 99. So is that right? Because I also know a lot of accident management companies are now sort of saying, oh, you guys earn a few quid on Zone 99, so we're going to take that. You just can't seem to win in this industry. So I personally think Outertext, is it the labour rate? Is it Outertext? Is it a bit of each? I don't know. All I know is, again, I've never had an insurance approval, ever. Don't ever want one. The only time I would want an insurance approval is if an insurer knocked my door and said, we've heard you've been around for a long time and you do a great job. We'd like you to join us for that reason. And I'm pretty sure it's the same for a lot of you guys. That's what they should actually be saying, is we're looking for great repairers to give us a cracking service. Now, I don't mean to upset people who are approved repairers. We're all in this game together. We've all got our own different models. What I do know is, at the moment, the next 10 years is going to be incredibly difficult for us all. And I do believe we all need to talk and share information. So I've realized in the last sort of few weeks that some people are a little bit scared to say things. Some people are scared to talk out on here. So again, I'm going to start really pushing, and I'm really pleased that the app has actually just come at the right time, I think, because the app, we can create our own groups, we can talk about specific items, and I'd like to share information now, guys. I think the next 6 months, we all really need to be looking at, is there anything you've charged for? Is there any good news we can share between each other? What labour rate have you just, I've just been given a great labour rate from this insurer. Let me tell the industry. But if it's on Crash Clinic, then it's going to be, information that's only shared between us, which is really important, I think. Colin, insurance approvals and manufacturer's approvals, can you have both? Do you train an estimator to estimate them and teach them to use an estimator? So, yeah, I mean, we had both, Colin. Yeah, we had manufacturer approvals. Oh, no, sorry, I'm lying. I didn't have insurance approvals, of course. So that's a good point, actually. Can you have both? Can you have an insurance approval and a manufacturer approval? If the manufacturer's car's through the insurer that you've got, does that throw a little bit of a conflict? Ian Summers will probably know better than that. I would imagine you've got to go with the vehicle manufacturers. Yeah, good question, Colin. Good question. But yeah, so tonight, guys, is really about, I want to sort of talk about, I did show the app a bit earlier, but the app is fantastic. Well, it will be fantastic because you can be walking around your workshop and have a problem happen, have something happen where we can, I mean, this is a little article from Tim Kelly. On there, we've got, you can just post what you want, and it's just the same as being on Facebook. This is what I do love. You can have any kind of groups. We can talk about GT Motive, what we really think of it. We can talk about vehicle technology. We can talk about saving money, credit hire, services, ADAS, anything you want to talk about, just insurers, legal jargon, for sale. You can even sell stuff on here. So there's so much on this app that we're going to be able to do, guys, and to talk between ourselves, which is what I really want to do. Jump in a group, start a group yourself that you would like to control. It's going to be a lot of fun for us, and something I really think would be good for us. And does Alliance own Outertext? I thought it was Solera. I think Solera own it, but I don't know actually who owns Solera. Good question there, Ian. But either way, I think definitely that there is insurers behind it. So what that sort of begs me to think is it going to favor insurers, or is it going to be totally independent? I saw something on in the other week, which I thought was a fair comment from somebody who said, I think Outertext is wrong, and I think we should have a sort of a more independent, I can't, what his words were actually, it was got full of the flu, so You have to excuse me today. You can probably hear from my voice. My mind's not as sharp as it should be. But yeah, so he was kind of saying that there should be a better version for us guys, because once an insurer takes over it, surely it's going to benefit the insurers. And that makes you want to think, should we be challenging the times? You know, are they Thatcham based? Are they correct? Because I do know many years ago, I had a row with a guy. We were replacing a roof on a BMW convertible, and Audatext gave something, just going to guess now, so don't hold me to it, like 8 hours to change this roof. And then when you went into the vehicle manufacturer's data, it was something like a 16 to 18 hour job. So you can imagine we had a massive row about it. Why are you trying to give me 8 hours when BMW is saying it's an 18-hour job? So again, he was telling me, well, this is what Thatcham say. And I'm saying, well, that's what BMW say. So there's conflicts there. So are we actually getting the truth out of Audatext? It's something, guys, I'm laying down because I've seen this information said. So I'm throwing it back to us as a, you know, as a network, as an industry. What do we think? Because that's our leading platform. Is GT Motive going to be better? Is it going to go by the same time? Don't know. But it's interesting to sort of try and find out. Colin Keeler, I've used Motex. Wow, do you remember that? Autoclaves, Thatcham Books, Glasmatics, and Audatext is the best system I've used. Only had a quick look at GT Motive, but it looks like it will give Audatext a run for its money. It's a tool for estimating. It's estimated training that may need a look. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping it is going to be good, but although the system's good, what are the times going to be like? Is an insurer going to buy them out? I think they've already had something jump on it, and that could make it change again. So for me, there's a big stigma at the moment. People are talking about labour rates. Should the labour rate be better? Is that enough? I don't like it when people talk about an average repair cost, because I don't see in this industry how you can have an average repair cost when a car is individual. That's what I don't like, but maybe it's just me. I'd like your opinions on that. But obviously things are going to change. How they're going to change, where they're going to change. I think the parts is a massive, massive issue. When you're giving a bottom line on parts, you're losing a lot of money on an item that you've just spent your money on. That's what I don't get. So if you're getting 10% and you're giving 20%, so you've got to really be careful on the work providers' work that you're having come in. And I think, I don't know, we know things have got to change. That's why I keep harking on. Ever so sorry, I'm full of the flu today, of course, which doesn't help. But the big thing I'm trying to get across to you guys is we need to share information. You know, we've got insurers trying to take jobs out of our repair centres. We've got insurers that are doubling excesses, trying to stop people using our services. I think we need to know who they are. Let's be forearmed is you know, a better way. Again, I'm going to tell you, it's LV, Marcus Study, and Zurich are doubling excesses. If there's anyone out there who knows anybody else, help me, let me know. I'll be posting this stuff on the Repairers Crash Clinic site, because that's where we should be sharing sensitive information between each other. What insurers are taking jobs out of your repair centres? I don't know, because I've not had that happen yet, but I'd be interested to know. I'm sure I'm going to come across it. But again, this is where, if you've got the app with you, we can share better news to each other. I'm dying to put on there, you know, look how much labour rate I've just got, or, you know, this insurer is a good insurer. They just agreed to no parts discount, or this is a great contract that's just come out. But this stuff we can keep between ourselves. Trying to drum that into you guys. I hope it's dropping, because that's the key to it. Remember, $39.99 a month isn't going to help me in any way. It's all going back into this site. This site costs a lot of money. The app costs a lot of money, and continuously, just to keep that running, as we want to make this site better for us all. So help us to help you. That's the key to it. And then join in, start your own group. I'm dying to join into somebody else's chat, but you can do it all on the Crash Clinic. It would be great. Colin, Toyota, Lexus were insured with the GS, and that was the best approval we had. Great engineers, very fair. Okay, so this is the kind of stuff that's nice to know. So a GS and a GS are good, which is interesting to know. I'm actually going to even jot that down, Colin, so thanks for that. A GS are good. These are the things that we should have, even on Crash Clinic. When one of you guys goes on, We should have insurers. We should rate the insurers for us. We should let each other know what to expect from insurers. And if you've ever took up an argument with them, did you get success? So we can pass that information across to each other. I think we need it, guys. But again, there's more and more people joining every month, which is fantastic, or every week, I should say. So please keep joining, because that's the big help. I really want to start switching this over to Crash Clinic, because that's where we should be really talking and getting nitty and gritty into some great conversations. So I didn't want to bore you tonight. I didn't mean to stay on too long, but yeah, it's all about the Crash Clinic app. Average repair cost for me was, as this guy's a strange one. Interested to know what you think. Please put your comments down on the video. But yes, please join Crash Clinic. We need to be sharing some great information between us. I think that's really, really important. Things like at the moment, what do you think what is a good labour rate now? And I know there's people been talking about this all over LinkedIn this week. What is a good labour rate? What do you think is an acceptable labour rate now? Or is a labour rate enough? Should we be looking at the whole process of what we charge? Zone 99s, everything. It's an interesting one. I'd be interested to know what you think a good labour rate is now. Are the ABP right? They've jumped in with, I think it's about a £62.50 and an £80 for Prestige. I think £62.50 is probably the minimum we should be doing anything for at the moment, but I know it's not. So again, interested to know what's the maximum that you're actually getting as a labour rate. This is the kind of stuff we need to be sharing. And I'm not going to say secretly. It shouldn't be secret. It's our industry. But on Crash Clinic, we can share it that we are talking about it. And no one else is sort of nosy to know what we do. Let's face it. Anthony Heard this week said the insurers are watching him like a hawk. All insurers. So if that's what they're up to, they're obviously concerned at what we're doing. Seems crazy, but we're all in business. We're all here to make money. So please, let's make this a network that's going to work for each other. Once you've joined it, you can set up your own group. You can set up your own, you can network with other people. And let's start talking, guys. I really think we need to do so. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. I don't want to bore you too much with it. Obviously, next week we'll be back. Anybody wants to come on the show, if there's any topics you would like to talk about, please put them in the mix. I'm actually going to start bringing up very soon as well. I've got Claims TV coming very soon. Whether you know anything about claims, whether you are interested in claims, in the process of a car repair, there is a claim. There is an accident where someone's at fault, not at fault, or they may have just run into a wall. But there is a process of a claim. I've been heavily involved in the claims processes. So I'm going to start another channel where we're talking about claims, non-fault claims, the issues. It all affects us somewhere. How much do you know about your industry? So hopefully you'll find that interesting. Let me know. I did put a post up to ask. I've put quite a few polls out again over the last few weeks. I think they should be due next week. Some interesting factors coming back from that. So that'll be fun next week. I think I'll run over the polls that we've been doing, where we've been asking some questions. But gang, great to have anyone aboard who's joined up there. Really appreciate it. Last week we had somebody from Ireland, which was awesome. So guys, please join Crash Clinic, and then we can start getting you on the app, and we can start using and pushing that app, because I think that's going to be really good for us all. So you can get on there, join in with other repairers, and it'll be fantastic. So guys and girls, have a great week. Hopefully the weather's going to get a bit better. I'm pretty sure you're all as busy as we are. Again, it hasn't slacked off at all, and we're heading towards the winter months. It's getting closer and closer, because these weeks are going faster and faster. I think we have a month now where it's pretty much holidays, and we're all going to have a lack of staff, and even that gets harder. So outsourcing, these are all things that'd be really nice to talk about. Is there an area where you can get a panel beater in for a week if your panel beaters are? I know there's lots of different places you can get estimates done, whether you need to or not. There's lots of help out there as well. Let's share information, guys. Join Crash Clinic, and let's make that app get stronger and stronger. And apart from that, guys, have a great week, and I'll catch you next Tuesday. And hopefully it'll all be working from the off, and we'll go over these fantastic, fascinating facts. We'll see you next week, guys. Take care, everybody. Have a fantastic week, and I hope you make lots of money and get lots of great labour rates. because that's what it's all about. We'll see you next week. Take care.